You know what? Before it was like, before we started training, it was like a little weird because we were like a regular couple. Go to the market, go back home, cook, and that was it. But ever since we started training, we're always drilling at home, and it's been making our relationship a lot stronger. Help us understand more our kids. Help us to be a better parent too. Um, and as a couple, it's been very fun this journey. My name is Hugo de la Fuente, and I'm a purple belt under Rodrigo Freitas.
Hi, my name is Christian Del Fuente. I'm a yellow belt under Rodrigo Freitas.
Hi, I'm Magna de la Fuente. I'm a gray belt under Rodrigo Freitas.
Hi, I'm Patricia de la Fuente. I'm a blue belt under Rodrigo Freitas.
Okay, so how did you guys start Jiu-Jitsu?
It was around 5 years ago when I first brought my oldest son, Christian. And as soon as we walked into the academy, I felt like it was a very good atmosphere, and seeing the place like with a lot of kids, and and it was a good feeling, you know. We signed them up, and then like 3 or 4 months after, I noticed there were parents training too. So this little one used to push me, "Dad, how come you don't train? How come you don't train?" And then the rest is history. I started training along with it, and ever since then we haven't stopped.
You know, Hugo, Patty, Aimeno, and Christian. You know, and it's really good to see how, you know, the life change after you start training Jiu-Jitsu. You know, they're so much more like healthy, you know, all the healthy habits that brings.
One of my goals in Jiu-Jitsu is to be a good role model for my kids, and to accomplish my black belt, and to stay healthy, as fit as possible. It's not easy, but ever since I started training Jiu-Jitsu, I lost over 100 pounds, and we've been doing it healthy wise. Now even when you train, even you want to eat the junk food, you can't, because you cannot eat the junk food that you used to eat before you started training, because you're moving around a lot here, so your stomach start hurting. So you cannot really go back to the old habits. Even if you wanted to do it, you cannot do it. So my main goal is to stay healthy and be a very good role model for my family.
One thing that I noticed about the De La Fuente family is that, honestly, I'm going to start off with Emmanuel. I've seen so much improvements ever since he started. I remember when he first started, he was 3 years old. He's kind of nervous. He didn't really move around much. And now, as he's starting to get older, he's getting really good to jiu-jitsu. I'm so noticing that it's changing like most of their family's lives ever since I've seen all of them train. I think it's a good, healthy relationship for their family because everyone's training. They all have something to look forward to. They all come here. They have fun. So, and also Christian, I've been seeing a lot of improvements in him. He's moving really well with his technique.
What is your goal?
Be a black belt. Do good in the black belt.
My first goal is to train Jiu-Jitsu in all my life to be a black belt.
You know, they really bound more as a family. You know, they get together more. They have something that they can share. You know, they have something that they can learn with each other. You know, I always talk to them. They always tells me that they, you know, they play Jiu-Jitsu at home. They drill at home. So it's really, really good to see how Jiu-Jitsu can change lives.
The Jiu-Jitsu is like a relationship. Sometimes it's good position or good things, and sometimes no. So Jiu-Jitsu is the same to the life. So help to stay calm in any situation, like a parents, like a wife. It's Jiu-Jitsu help for the life.
I really like, about the De La Fuentes family. They're, super humble. They're always up to help. Here at the academy, Patty's a great person. She asked me once if she could come to help at the kids class. Today she's one of the coaches. She's been helping us a lot, here at training, helping the kids. And also she was telling me that helps her a lot coaching the kids because it helps her to teach the techniques more. She feels like she can learn more by being here, helping, teaching. And that's what happened to me too. Whenever I start teaching Jiu-Jitsu, I started to learn more because, you have to know what you're teaching.
I have a goals to short and long term. Okay. To the long term is my goal is to see my family like
All of us as
all
a
of
black
us
belt.
like as a black belt, and one day see it's different years, different weights. See my sons competing in open division in the finals, and my husband and me coaching like a black belt. This is my big dream.
Oh, that's awesome. And then for Christian and Emmanuel, what do you guys love about having your parents train Jiu-Jitsu? Because you guys did it first.
Oh, yes, I love it a lot because they push me and they help me fix my mistakes and help me get into a new level.
Hugo and Patty were doing really well, especially when they come into training. They always come here every day. I see them training all the time. I never miss a day that I haven't seen them. So I'm really proud of their keep doing really well in training. So and also working out with themselves. So I'm proud of them.
One of the things that I also would like to add on this journey is that before my wife started training jiu-jitsu, she tended to sometimes be depressed or stuff like that. That's history. That's history. Ever since she started training, no time. No time to be depressed, no time to be sad. Because she's constantly, we all as a family, we're constantly thinking, what's coming next? What's the next tournament? What do we need to do to improve? And like I tell my kids, the only way we're gonna improve is by showing up to class and train the hardest possible and the smartest possible way to keep pushing ourselves and accomplish our goals.
And don't have a time for think too much because in Jiu-Jitsu sometimes you need to do 3 things at the same time. So I'm trying to use my time to start thinking and technique.
So I really love the family. We are very thankful to have them here, and we really hope that they can, do Jiu-Jitsu for years and years for their whole life,